Can we talk about Romeo without the mention of Juliet?
Can we talk about both at first place without mentioning the great William Shakespeare?
With Valentine's Day right around the corner,
it may seem appropriate to take a close look at one of the most romantic stories of all times.
Although it may seem, it is not, at least not today. So put aside the timeless romance
and let's take a close look at one of its most irrefutable associated themes,
the Saint Valentine's.
It is not just about the 14th of February.
But why?
The 14th of every February.
It's not just about giving or getting candies,
flowers and exchanges of gifts between young lovers or elderlies.
But why? All in one and only name of Saint Valentine's.
But who is this mysterious Valentine?
Why is he worthy of memorials and celebrations?
Where and when did all this begin?
We, the Enigma and Ellipsis,
heavily rely on substance, facts,
evidences and acts,
worthy to be justifiable with nothing but element of truth.
Is it morally wrong or doctrinally acceptable
to celebrate or discard Saint Valentine?
Should we?
Why not?
Shouldn't we?
Do we have to?
Well, before you jump into conclusion, let's not skip the introduction.
My name is Antonio Correa.
My name is Israel Domingos, and welcome to Enigma and Ellipsis.
From ancient to most recent history, the only non-arguable fact about Saint Valentine
is that he is known to be a real person
who was born in 226 AD,
or in the days of the Lord in Terni in Italy,
and died on the 14th of February 269 in Terni in Italy.
Alongside his existence, Valentine was officially recognized by the Roman Catholic Church.
He was a widely recognized 3rd century Roman saint.
What this means is that a Roman saint, according to the Roman Catholicism and certain other Christian faith tradition, is a holy person who is known for his or her heroic sanctity and who is thought to be in heaven.
But with Mr. Valentine, the situation is somehow a bit confusing.
In all, from long historical account and source of factual evidences, history says that there are about 12 Saint Valentines and the Pope.
But up until here, we are still safe because the saint who is celebrated on Valentine's Day is known officially as Saint Valentine of Rome.
This was officially so in order to differentiate him from the dozen or so other Valentines on the list.
We are not far from ringing the bell of mystery in your head.
If you're still with us and we are both still on the same page, make sure you hit that red button because it's Valentine's.
Make sure you activate the notification bell and also hit that like button for your own seat bell.
Because we are about to dive into the mystery of the story.
Well, we earlier stated that Mr. Valentine was officially recognized by the Roman Catholicism.
However, his true identity was questioned as early as 496 AD by Pope Gelasius I,
who referred to the matter and his acts as being known only to God.
We are talking about somebody who history and evidences proves to existed.
But historians and scholars still say that only God knows who this person really was.
Understand very well. All we know is that Saint Valentine existed. But this recognition still gives room for endless questions and doubts.
Because the Catholic Church recognized at least 3 different saints named Valentine.
So between these 3 Valentines, who is the real Saint Valentine of Rome?
Well, let's look at them individually.
From one legend, Valentine was a temple priest who served during the 3rd century in Rome.
Being it Rome, owing to its ancient monarchy, a land ruled by emperors,
Valentine lived under the ruling of Emperor Claudius II,
who, once under his ruling, decided that all soldiers must be single.
After observing that single men actually made better soldiers than those with wives, girlfriends, and families,
so he said no marriage for young men.
Yes, Claudius II banned marriage for young men.
And here comes the hero.
Or perhaps the first hero.
Valentine, realizing how injustice was the decree, he refused to obey Claudius
and continued to perform marriages for young lovers in secret.
And you know what happens when you disobey an emperor, right?
If you don't lose your head, you lose the privilege to live.
In Valentine's case, for example, he had lost both.
Yes, Valentine was beheaded near Rome by the Emperor Claudius II for helping Christian couples wed.
That's where the recognition as a Roman saint comes to play its role.
But not so far from this hero Other believers hold the belief that it was Saint Valentine of Terni, a bishop who was the true namesake of the holiday.
This hero too, Saint Valentine of Terni, was beheaded by Claudius II outside Rome.
The story of the other third recognized hero is not so much of love.
At least not of helping young couples wed.
I'm sure you have heard or used the expression, "from my Valentine," or simply, "who is your Valentine?"
Well, this expression is believed to have originated from the prison.
Yes, from the prison.
Other stories suggest that Valentine may have been killed for attempting to help Christians escape harsh Roman prisons,
where they were subjected to various forms of torture. Beating, of course, was one of them.
According to one legend, there was once an imprisoned Valentine who actually sent the first Valentine greetings himself after he fell in love with a young girl.
While in jail, after tortures and prevailing inhumane treatments from the Romans, he still falls in love.
Should we say that love is blind, or that love doesn't feel pain?
Relax and sit back. I don't think that's a question you will dare to answer. But did you know with whom he was in love?
According to the same legend, Valentine fell in love with the daughter of his jailer.
The daughter of the person who was in charge of the prisoners in the prison.
Apparently, she used to visit him during his confinement.
Just before Valentine's death, it is alleged that he wrote a letter to his jailer daughter signed, "From your Valentine,"
which is still an expression highly used in the days of today, most especially in February.
Well, those are the three hypothetical views about Mr. Valentine.
Which to Pope Gelasius, the true personality of Mr. Valentine is only known by God.
Although the truth behind the Valentine's legend is murky, the story all emphasize his appeal as a sympathetic,
heroic, and most importantly, romantic figure.
But in regardless of his great sense of heroism and romance,
in regardless of the vestiges of both Christian and ancient Roman tradition in Valentine's Day,
because of the prevailing confusion surrounding the true identity of Saint Valentine, the Catholic Church discontinued liturgical veneration of him in 1969.
But his name still remains on its list of officially recognized saints.
Well, having known the triple hypothetical identities of the Saint Valentine, the question you may have is,
why is Valentine celebrated?
Why is there such a day, Valentine's Day?
Well, that takes us to the second part of this video.
If you are still with us, and we are both still on the same page,
make sure you hit that red button because it's Valentine.
Make sure you activate the notification bell and also hit that like button for your own seatbelt. Reasons behind the celebration of Valentine.
Based on the first part of this video, it is acceptable to assume that Valentine is celebrated on the 14th of February to commemorate the anniversary of his death or burial.
Many people still embrace this belief though.
On the other hand, some people claim that the Christian Church may have decided to place Saint Valentine's feast day in the middle of February in an effort to Christianize the pagan celebration of Lupercalia.
Well, to Christianize may carry the meaning of to make one a Christian or a follower of Christ. But with regards to Lupercalia,
it is rather believed that Christian Church really wanted to cease or to put a full stop in that Roman pagan feast.
Lupercalia was celebrated on February 15th every year in ancient Rome, well long before Valentine's Day had a space in the calendar.
It was a wild pagan celebration of sex, violence, and fertility.
Instead of flowers and chocolates,
the festival was marked by more ominous rituals.
Being it so, the Christian Church decided to place Valentine's Day in the middle of February to seize the Roman pagan feast because it was deemed unchristian at the end of 5th century when Pope Gelasius declared February the 14th Saint Valentine's Day.
So one of these two reasons is believed to be the answer to why Valentine's Day is celebrated.
On the other hand, these two reasons may hold basis of reasonableness to why Valentine's Day is not celebrated.
And this takes us to the third part of the show.
Countries which don't celebrate Valentine's Day and why.
While couples are celebrating their love in mid-February,
there are others who are practicing their faith.
There are few countries which ban Valentine's celebration, all in the name of their religious traditions.
Bounded by Iran, Afghanistan, China and India is the country Pakistan.
Pakistan in 2017 banned Valentine's Day celebration in public spaces,
arguing that in cover of spread of love, in fact, immorality, nudity, and indecency was being promoted. which is absolutely against the Islamic teachings.
Another Islamic nation just about 5.85 kilometers away from Pakistan is Indonesia.
Officials and clerics in Indonesia have banned and rejected the idea of Valentine's Day, saying it is not part of Islamic culture.
Most countries who banned the anniversary of the Saint Valentine grounded their arguments on the basis of doctrinal teachings and religious beliefs.
These countries include Malaysia,
Iran,
India,
Saudi Arabia,
and Russia.
However, with Russia, the scenario is a bit different.
Technically, Russia does celebrate a type of Valentine's Day, but way much different than the traditional Valentine celebration.
On March 8, Russians celebrate International Women's Day in much the same way that Western cultures celebrate Valentine's Day.
Russia chooses to celebrate the love for their women,
as it is expected of husbands and boyfriends to do all the cookings and cleanings,
letting women have a full day of rest.
I feel like we have exhausted this section already, right?
Yeah, hey, I think so too, hey?
But, by the way, did you know that YouTube was created on the 14th of February 2005?
So if you don't celebrate Valentine's Day and you are a YouTuber,
You can still celebrate the 16th anniversary of YouTube.
alright, but let's go back to Valentine's.
Okay? Have you noticed the cartoon which is portrayed on Valentine's Day cards?
A naked cherub launching arrows of love at unsuspecting lovers.
Haven't you heard about the son of Venus, the goddess of love and beauty?
Someone who shoots magical arrows and is known as the god of affection.
He pierces the heart with an arrow, not to kill, but to heal the illness of loneliness.
By causing individuals to fall deeply in love.
Do you know about him?
Or you are not so confident with your knowledge about the Cupid.
If so, get this video to at least 50 likes and you already have a clue to what we may be uploading next.
And if you like this video, feel free to engage with us by smashing that blue and red button.
Turning on that notification bell and leave a comment. We will read and drop a heart.
Visit us on Instagram and Facebook so you know what I'm saying.
The link will be right here in the description section below. You know what I'm saying.
Be sure to watch our behind the scenes too for fun times and fantastic finds on our second channel, Enigma and Ellipsis BTS and promo.
And once again, don't forget to remember, without further ado,
Subscribe to the channel if you are new, like and comment so you become part of the group.
but most important,
Stay in peace before the peace leaves you into pieces.